How are you?
We're
I'm
currently
good.
rolling. If you could please say your name and outlet.
All right, thank you, Marielle. Jamal Finkley, Black Tree TV. So, Mickey, I guess my first question to you is first, thanks for taking the time, man.
Of course.
Congratulations on being hosting the Country Music Awards, and but it brings me to this question. It's like being the first. Like I know it's like an honor, but it's somewhat of a aggravation to a lot of people that when you look at the year, say it's 2021, and now you're the first, uh, black female or black person to host the Country Music Awards.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, and then last year you was the first black female to perform at the Country Music Awards. Like, what does it say about this industry if like you're at this year that you're breaking so many boundaries that I know we had DeFore Bailey and Charlie Pride and Aaron Neville and Darius Rucker and all these great performers that were African American, but like just is this industry really facing a reckoning and are you like the change agent for it right now?
I definitely feel like I'm like the change agent. Like it's so crazy. But, I've been in this town in Nashville for a long time, just pounding the pavement, trying so hard to fit into this genre that I loved so much. I grew up loving so much, and it was very, very frustrating. And I've yeah, it's pretty crazy. The industry has faced a reckoning, but the thing about the ACMs, I'm part of the ACM Diversity Task Force, and they put this together, I want to say in 2019. So before everything stopped, the ACMs were working, trying to figure out how to make this industry more inclusive. And that's something that we've been working on for a long time. And it just so happened that now they're really facing the a reckoning now, and it makes me happy that the ACMs were already on this before 2020, after all of those horrible things that were happening, and now this year they're that much more passionate. And I've
Yeah,
seen so many white people in these rooms trying to do everything that they can and in their power to change this industry, because not only has it excluded black people, but it's excluded women, people of the Latino community, the LGBTQ community. It's been pretty, excluding of those groups of us. And now that is changing. And it's so cool that it's happening at this time. And it's taken, I've had to say a lot of things and get a lot of hate back for it. But now there's change. And this will not be the last time you'll see an African American woman hosting these awards. It's so important with me in this position is not to take all of this for myself, but to hold that door open for other people of color, of other black people, of other black women, that they can be here in this genre, and I will protect them and I
yeah.
will give them the opportunities.
I wonder how deep does the diversity inclusion need to be? Like when you look at the Academy voters and you look at
Hmm.
producers and the people that's behind the scene, the
Yep.
publishers, the people at CSAC and
Yep.
BMI and ASCAP, are you seeing those organizations also start to put people of color, people of different, you know, sexual orientations and everything else are in positions, or is that's still like a part of this process that needs to see like diversity in every level?
It's still, it's not where it should be, if you want to be perfectly honest. But, I did all of 2020. I can't tell you how many Zoom sessions I've been in educating people on my own experiences of racism in my life in this genre and how they can make it better. I've said hire black people, hire people of color, hire people in the LGBTQ community. That's the only way there's going to be change, when there's someone in each of these rooms representing. That will eliminate a lot of these problems. We're trying to figure out how to diversify the membership and invite people and show them, give them an incentive to be a member, to a voting member for the ACM, so that we can change that. So there is representation. I've told the ACM Diversity Task Force to use me. I know I'm busy, but use me whenever you want to go, wherever, and encourage kids to sing country music. And that means especially in marginalized communities, like use me, I'll be there. So it's a
Yeah.
lot of work, and to call out the industry and rooms and fight for us.
I know that Lil Nas X's hit last year put maybe brought like a lot of audience that wasn't into country music. But I wonder, like I love country music because of the lyrics. And I spent 5 years in Nashville. I'm a Vanderbilt alumni, so like I'm
Oh wow,
from this area.
so you know.
Yeah, so I know the flavor, but I wonder, like, even with your music, even with Black Like Me, are you finding your audience is coming from people that weren't into country music before? Or are you like, do you find a crossover audience? Or are you tapping into the country music audience that's just been listening to people that haven't looked like you and love country music? Do you see the audience shift coming because you're making music and they're looking at somebody that looks like them?
I think it's a combination of all of that. You know, I think I am tapping into some of the country music audience that has always wanted to see change, that didn't necessarily know where to find that. I think I'm finding an audience in there. I'm finding the country music audience that the blinders are off now, that they're seeing this problem, that are like, I need to go out and actively seek out other country music artists other than what I've been seeing for the last 100 years. And I am finding a crossover audience. I'm finding an audience of people that never thought that they would listen to country music, or they gave up listening to country music a long time ago because it wasn't inclusive. I'm finding that audience, and that's the audience I want. I want love and acceptance is all I want. And if that's not what you're about, then you probably shouldn't be listening to my music.
And last question, I'm so into country music because of the lyrics, and as a writer, where do you find your writing space? Is it like on the toilet or by the swimming pool, or like where do you go to where you really get to write these lyrics for these great songs?
Usually I do co-writes, but I have a group of people that I do love writing with. And also, I find ideas just through life, my own personal experiences, the last, 10 years of me being in Nashville. That's where a lot of this inspiration has come from. And so sometimes I could be in the car and I have an idea and I'm like, I probably should say I pull over and write it down, but sometimes depends on if I'm right there, I just write it down. If I'm at a stoplight or something, like it's literally everywhere that I am is a space for me to write.
Well, you have a sort of new fan. I started following you last year, but I've been keeping up with you, and I'm great. Congratulations on all your success, and I know that you're going to go a lot further, and I can't wait to see you on this journey. So thanks for taking the time. I'm honored to talk to you, and can't wait to see.
Look at where we're at right now. We're talking about the ACMs. It's so cool.
Yeah,
it's change, and I'm so excited for it.
Thank you, Mickey Guyton. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Jamal.
Thank you, Jamal.